BTS. Muchas gracias for having.
History was just made in the heart of Mexico City as an unstoppable sea of people completely shut down the city's main access routes, forcing authorities to impose total blockades for one reason alone: to welcome the arrival of Kim Taehyung and Jungkook at the presidential palace. The mass frenzy reached its peak when the President of Mexico personally gave them an exceptionally rare state-level reception on the palace balcony. Yet amid the grandeur and formal ceremony, it was the meaningful glances and subtle intimate interactions between Taehyung and Jungkook, captured by cameras, that truly shook the internet. What exactly happened on that balcony that left thousands of fans screaming in hysteria, while even the president himself appeared mesmerized? Discover the full story in this in-depth coverage. Watch the continuation of this video and don't miss it. Before we start, make sure you're ready to love this moment. Welcome to VKook. This historic moment in Mexico not only marked the overwhelming excitement surrounding the BTS concert, but also highlighted the extraordinary emotional closeness between its two youngest members, V, Taehyung, and Jungkook. Standing on the grand balcony of the presidential palace, the sight of thousands of cheering fans became the perfect backdrop to the warmth of their bond, which radiated clearly throughout the greeting event. Their presence beside one another brought a sense of calm amid the chaos of the massive crowd filling the city square. Taehyung remained constantly close to Jungkook, showing just how strong the trust between them has become after more than a decade of working together. In every wave directed toward the fans, there were small interactions that reflected genuine care between them, proving that their love as companions had grown far beyond a simple professional relationship. They appeared to strengthen one another, while facing the immense energy of the thousands of Mexican armies gathered there. Jungkook, who is often seen admiring Taehyung, did not hesitate to show his support through protective and affectionate body language. When Taehyung attempted to speak in Spanish, Jungkook watched him with a proud smile, creating an intimate atmosphere even while standing before an international audience. This closeness became clear evidence that the long journey they have shared together has nurtured a deep and meaningful affection. On that balcony, their love was reflected in the way they shared laughter whenever fans shouted both of their names together. Taehyung, with his naturally warm personality, often placed an arm around Jungkook's shoulders, as if making sure his younger companion felt comfortable in such a crowded and unfamiliar environment. It created a narrative of brotherhood so powerful that it resembled a love unshaken by time. Fans watching from below the balcony felt that seeing Taehyung and Jungkook side by side was the greatest gift beyond the concert itself. Every time they whispered to each other, thousands of cameras attempted to capture the moment as proof of how synchronized their emotions seemed to be. The love they displayed was not only directed toward the fans, but also shown through their unconditional support for one another. Taehyung, known for his gentle heart, appeared deeply emotional while witnessing the overwhelming enthusiasm of the crowd, and Jungkook was there to provide strength through his steady presence. It was as if they had their own private world on that balcony, where unspoken communication occurred simply through understanding glances. This became a portrait of how two souls can complement each other under the enormous pressure of global fame. Their affection could also be seen in the way they took turns greeting fans, making sure neither of them felt overshadowed during such an important moment. Jungkook often followed Taehyung's lead as they moved from one side of the balcony to the other, showing how secure he felt near him. Their harmony created a positive aura that spread even to the fans standing farthest away. In the video, Taehyung appeared highly attentive to Jungkook's comfort amid the unfamiliar Mexican weather. Meanwhile, Jungkook brought his cheerful energy to keep Taehyung motivated, as they waved to thousands of people who had waited for hours. This synergy of affection and teamwork became the core reason why their relationship continues to attract so much attention from observers and loyal fans alike. When Taehyung said the words "Te amo" to the fans, he briefly glanced toward Jungkook, almost as if inviting him to share the same happiness. The smiles on their faces did not appear to be mere formality for the cameras, but rather reflections of sincere and honest affection. They proved that behind the dazzling lights of the global stage, there exists a deeply human and compassionate connection. Small interactions such as adjusting each other's positions or exchanging private jokes revealed how much love and comfort existed within their relationship. Jungkook, who is usually shy, seemed far more confident in expressing himself because he knew Taehyung was there beside him. This mutual
Muchas
support became
gracias
the
for
strong foundation that allowed them to continue moving forward together amid the exhausting demands of the entertainment industry. Taehyung and Jungkook seem to symbolize how love can become the driving force behind achieving success together without rivalry. In Mexico, they were not only present as global superstars, but also as two people who deeply loved and appreciated each other. Their appearance on the presidential balcony became silent testimony to the beauty of a relationship built on sincerity and years of shared experiences. Throughout the greeting ceremony, they often gave each other space to shine in front of the fans while still remaining within sight of one another. Their love represented a rare form of loyalty, where one person's success became the other's happiness. This made the moment in Mexico feel even warmer and more meaningful to everyone who witnessed it. Their togetherness on the balcony also demonstrated how deeply they understood each other's emotional needs without requiring many words. Whenever Taehyung seemed tired, Jungkook would quickly lighten the atmosphere with his cheerful personality, and likewise if Jungkook appeared awkward. This pattern reflected a level of closeness that could only be achieved through genuine affection and years of shared life experiences. Until the very end of the greeting event, Taehyung and Jungkook remained standing side by side as an inseparable pair in the minds of the fans. They left the balcony leaving behind a profound impression of how a relationship should be maintained with love and respect. Their bond became an inspiration to millions of people about the importance of having someone who always stands beside us through joy and hardship alike. News of their appearance in Mexico will ultimately be remembered not only because of the record-breaking crowds, but also because of the narrative surrounding the deep bond between Taehyung and Jungkook. They showed that even at the peak of global success, love and human connection remain the most valuable things to protect. Their journey in Mexico became yet another chapter reinforcing that their bond will continue to endure beautifully through time. The explosive excitement throughout the streets of Mexico City created an unprecedented scene, as a sea of people filled every corner of the main roads just to catch a glimpse of Taehyung and Jungkook. Local police were forced to impose complete road blockades at several strategic points leading into the city center, in order to ensure the safety of the ever-growing crowds that had gathered since dawn. Vehicles were entirely prohibited from passing, transforming official routes into vast rivers of people passionately chanting the names of the two global stars. The fans' excitement reached its peak when they realized their idols were being officially welcomed by the President of Mexico at the National Palace. The extremely strict blockades surrounding the palace area did not weaken the determination of the armies. Instead, they remained behind the barricades hoping to witness interactions between their country's leader and the BTS members. The city atmosphere transformed into a giant festival filled with purple decorations, paralyzing public transportation while energizing the city with extraordinary spirit. The President of Mexico personally welcomed them warmly, a rare gesture of cultural diplomacy seldom extended to international artists. During the meeting, the president expressed great appreciation for the positive influence Taehyung and Jungkook have had on the younger generation in Mexico. The presence of the two BTS members standing on the presidential balcony beside the nation's highest authority demonstrated the immense scale of their influence, which has now transcended music and entered the realm of state recognition. Fans gathered behind the road blockades felt incredibly proud seeing their idols treated like honored state guests by their own president. Their joy was expressed through songs echoing along the barricades, creating an emotional harmony amid the heavy security presence. For many people, this was not merely a celebrity visit, but a major recognition of the love and admiration they had built for Taehyung and Jungkook over many years. The president's decision to open the palace doors for them was viewed as the highest honor, making fans' love grow even stronger. Even though roads were closed and access was restricted, fans felt proud because it demonstrated how important Taehyung and Jungkook had become in the eyes of the world. The long road blockades became silent witnesses to how the bond between fans and idols, along with the support of the local government, united to create a new chapter of history in Mexico. Leave your positive comments here. The best comment will be pinned as a way to honor their love. Thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. May God reward all of your kindness. This video reflects my personal opinion and interpretation. It is made for entertainment purposes only and does not represent confirmed facts.